What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G-Miles World Podcast. So right now we're going to be taking a look at Week 8 Thursday Night Prime Football, the Buccaneers and the Bills, and we jump right into it with Baker Mayfield. Shannon, Sharpe, Hall of Famer, back in 2018 said that nobody wants Baker Mayfield, and I kind of saw why he said that, but it's kind of weird because the stat line doesn't show it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, he was 25 of 42, 237. He had 2 touchdowns. He was sacked 3 times. He had a QBR of 48 and a rating of 91. So the big thing is about the interceptions, right? It's like, okay, this is a situation where he didn't really have turnovers. He fumbled the ball once, but he recovered it. So it wasn't like he had any major turnovers, but he throws the ball like a complete and utter, like, dude, I don't know what he's doing, but Mike Evans is one of the luckiest dudes ever. And all of the touchdowns and most of the completions that he threw, they were tipped and caught afterwards, and it was just really ridiculous, bro. It was a nightmarish type game. But we're not going to really focus in on Baker Mayfield right now. We're going to get back to him in a second. We wanted to see here at G-Miles World, how would Josh Allen recover from that stupid loss that they recently took? And he played pretty well. 31 of 40, okay, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, he's going to throw an interception. You know, Josh Allen, he's usually playing Madden, so he just does whatever he wants. He was sacked twice, QBR of 86, passer rating of 106.7. But this is something that people are not going to really talk about. His main guy, right, Stefon Diggs. Let me just go ahead and point this out, right? He had a whopping 70 yards. Okay, 9 receptions on 12 targets, 7.8 average, no touchdowns. Gabe Davis, more yards, same amount of receptions, same amount of targets, 87. And then you got Shakir, 6 receptions, 6 targets, 92 yards, 15.3 average. So this is what my point is, right? Stefon Diggs is going to have to be over 100 plus yards every game once they get their groove going. If the Bills are going to do anything that anyone expects them to do as far as like Super Bowl hopes and dreams, they are going to have to be better. Okay? Now, I know they won the game 24-18, but this was like when you play a game like this, right? It's sort of like you give your opponent hope when they're able to stay in the game. The Buffalo Bills, if you actually watch the game, the Bucs played very, very well. Although I'm saying that he was very lucky, you know what I'm saying, with the way that he was able to do stuff, as far as Baker Mayfield goes, they played pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that luck with the tip passes and the catches, it was real stupid. They actually played pretty well. And this is something that I need people to understand, right? We thought they were going to be horrible after the departure of Tom Brady. We all did, and I was one of those people, and they started off pretty well, but I told all the Buccaneer fans, I'm like, it's no way they can sustain that. Are you guys starting to see how special Tom Brady was? I know we got him for like 3 decades, and it's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's Tom, he's annoying or whatever. How special was he when you look at the fact that there's no Tom Brady? You know what I'm saying? Like, we go back, we took advantage of just having Peyton Manning out there, Dan Marino, a lot of these good quarterbacks, bro, where you saw good, like, oh my goodness, this dude can play football type. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all different now. And, with the Patriots versus the Colts back in the day, we knew Belichick was going to cheat, and it was weird, and they were beating the hell out of Peyton Manning, but he didn't have a defense. But we knew we were going to get good quarterback play most games. We don't get that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even with like Aaron Rodgers, like he's out. There's not really a lot of dudes. Mahomes is going to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. And I'm going to tell you right now, overall, with everything that's going on, dude, it's going to be a very, very good situation with the way that this is going to probably end out for the Bills. Because if they're able to go ahead and get this done, like let's say they make the playoffs, right? And everything is good to go. All right? Like you're like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm going to make the playoffs. This is cool right here. Everything is good. If that happens, it's not like they can't beat any of the teams that are there. It's just that we're looking for more consistency. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Allen doesn't seem to give that. This is definitely something where people are going to go ahead and they're going to make a lot of, different decisions about who's going to win, who's going to lose. But the Bills, I just want to make sure everybody's like really clear with the whole situation. It's something about them that you just never know what you're going to get when they get out, when they get out there on the field. All right. This is the same exact situation every single year with this team. Even when they're really, really good, they turn out to be like a lemon in the playoffs. But this is the difference, right? We expect this from the Buffalo Bills. We're not really expecting anything from Tampa Bay. So it doesn't really correlate because Baker Mayfield, right? What is the upside of the Buccaneers? Just hear me out, Buck. Like Buck fans, answer that question. What is the upside of your team right now? You know that Baker Mayfield is not taking you to the promised land. It's not like we don't know. Now, in fairness to him, his top running back had 9 carries for 39 yards. So obviously, if you can't run the ball, you got to pass the ball 42 times. It's the same situation that we looked at with Josh Allen. But Josh Allen is a better quarterback, and we feel that he's going to do better. You see what I'm saying? They both did pretty much the same thing, throwing the ball around the same amount of times. But we just feel that Josh Allen is better, so we look at it in a different aspect. You know what I'm saying? But they realistically are both doing the same damn thing. Now, Rachaad White, okay? 9 carries, 39 yards. That was the top rusher. So you can't run the football. If you can't run the football, what are you going to do? It's not like he's Peyton Manning, like we bring up Peyton Manning again. Baker Mayfield is not Peyton Manning. He's going to throw a pick, right? He's going to throw an interception. So we know that. Where do you go from there? And this is what I think a lot of people are not really trying to look at and understand. What are you trying to do? Like, what honestly are you trying to do right now? This is the major part of the situation that everybody needs to understand. What are you trying to do? Baker Mayfield is going to be Baker Mayfield. When Shannon Sharpe said this was not a situation where people didn't really, were like, oh my God, you're being so harsh. They kind of listened and were like, yo, this dude been kind of garbage since he's been here. Now, when he was with the Browns, like people are going to say whatever they want to say, right? OBJ, all the stuff, like whatever, right? They're going to blame the quarterback. You're going to blame this. You're going to blame that. You have to play better in order for people to say, all right, bro, you got a chance. And the only thing that Shannon Sharpe is doing is saying a lot of things that most of us believe. He's just saying it instead of holding it in. He's just like, yo, look. But he's giving you reasoning behind why he's saying it. And that's what people don't get. It's like, yo, this guy is saying this guy sucks, but he's not just saying that. The guy is actually sucking on the field. Like overall, if you take away the lucky touchdown from Mike Evans and you take away the lucky tip passes that he did in the game, what do you got from this game? Those 2 interceptions are the 2 touchdowns are off the board. So what did Baker Mayfield really do? So it's not like it's like really, really like aggressive and harsh criticism. It's actually honesty that people can't accept, because I would probably say this, out of the 32 teams in the NFL, I don't think any of them really want Baker Mayfield. Like if Tampa Bay had the opportunity to get somebody else, they wouldn't have took Baker Mayfield. Like anybody that was like competent, that could throw the ball, it's just that it worked out. And when the season started, he was playing well. So it just makes sense for them to do. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Pretty much what happens is this though. Everybody has to make sure that they thoroughly understand what the deal is. They have to be able to grasp it. And the diehard fans are not really getting it. Although they kind of feel like, yo, this guy sucks. I just like looking at the game overall, I really just don't know. I honestly just don't know, bro. We're going to have to probably figure it out, how it's going to work out in the long run. But I'm telling you right now, with the way that this is setting up for the Bucs, obviously this is a year where we don't really know how they're going to play as the year progresses. As far as like winning games, because it's the NFL, and if somebody does like a crazy bet, all of a sudden they'll be the Super Bowl champions, like the New England Patriots. You ever place like a parlay, and it's like, yo, it's no way that this team wins and then they win. Like, bruh, I'm off it with the NFL. Like, I'm good. But at the end of the day, we know what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are with Baker Mayfield, and I just have to be totally honest. He's a guy. He's a guy right now. And beautiful story in college. Walk on this, walk on that. Great job, but in the NFL, not so much. So I don't really feel that the Buccaneers, like I said before, are going to be doing much. But the good news is the NFC South sucks. So that's like the silver lining. Other than that, the Buffalo Bills look to be back on track. We'll wait and follow them through the weeks and see how that progresses. And I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. Stay well, stay blessed. One love, y'all.